in December of 2010, I got a call to come do a show here in Glendale, Christmas time show, and it went very well with the orchestra, and it was a very good experience. And for me, it was, well, this was great, that's kind of fun. Come to find out, not too much later, that they were kind of looking to expand the program a little bit here and looking into maybe bringing in a full-time conductor, artistic director. And so it wasn't really very long after that I got a call from Barry McComb and Elisa Glickman from Glendale Arts to say, would you have any interest in doing this on a more full-time basis? And it took me about 1.2 seconds to say yes, because this opportunity does not come along every day, and especially I kind of like to call this my hometown, because really I grew up in the Valley, North Hollywood, Van Nuys, but in Glendale, obviously I grew up very near here. So to get that opportunity was really just a dream come true. And so, and we only had a few months to put our first season together, but I think we did a pretty good job of it. Probably the biggest highlight so far was when we were able to get almost every artist in the season to join us on the premiere concert for the orchestra, which was back in May of 2011. And I think to see all those artists on stage joining us and contributing their talents and their time to one concert was amazing to me, that we were able to see that. And so that experience, and stylistically, and what's so great about Pop's orchestras is that the style of music really can be almost anything you want, as long as you're able to adapt it for the orchestra. So that particular concert, when we did have Kenny Loggins and Monica Mancini and David Benoit. It was a mishmash of styles and personalities, yet an incredible evening of music. So that was a really big highlight. And plus, probably the other one was when we put together again, talking about very little time to put things together, we put the Glendale Pops Orchestra Youth Chorus together. We only did that in maybe 2 months. We auditioned all the kids around the city and put that together for our Christmas concert. So that was a real joy to see that come together so quickly and so efficiently and so well. That evening when the kids sang was just an experience, not only for me and for the audience, but for them. You could see it in their faces. Pops basically is everything but classical music. So to answer your question is, well, sure, yeah. I mean, that absolutely is something we can look into in the future. This being the first year, and I think I mentioned we only had about 2 months to put the youth chorus together. The time it made the most sense was for Christmas, and it will make, again, that same sense for this upcoming season to have the youth chorus there again. But to really, in the broad scope, in the big picture, involving youth is all-encompassing, all-important, of course, in the community. Not just for the youth chorus. Perhaps in the future we'll be looking at something where we can involve the instrumental students here. As we know, Glendale has marvelous music programs in their middle and high schools, and I think, and of course college as well. And so I think there will be many opportunities to mix in youth or college-age kids in with some kind of program. Yeah, we'll definitely be looking at that. For me, I was well aware of this theater, well aware of its history, and I also remember when not too many years ago, when the theater kind of came back in a big way. One of the acts they booked was Captain and Tennille, and I got a chance to work with Tony Tennille and Daryl Dragon for probably 12 years, and I consider them my dear friends. And we were one of the first acts to come in here, so that was one of the first times I had a chance to perform at the Alex Theater. And I mentioned Daryl Dragon. Many of us all remember Carmen Dragon, the late Carmen Dragon, the maestro of the Glendale Symphony. I know growing up, again, in the Los Angeles area, I saw the Glendale Symphony as one of the great orchestras of the world, equal to the LA Phil. So to get a chance then to work with Maestro Dragon's son and I guess daughter-in-law, and now to be here in the same city that I grew up watching and respecting such a great artist, I'm beyond honored to be part of that legacy of the city of Glendale to be a conductor of an orchestra, and in this case, the Glendale Pops Orchestra here in Glendale. So it's so that, along with performing in this gorgeous theater every single time, it's an honor and a thrill.